What was it like being on the pitch for that 7-0 loss to Man U?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah, honestly, I don't really remember much about that game. I think we played 45 minutes, maybe. I think I came on at the end. So I think over the years we've learned that we want to have a good showing, and that probably means having our best 11 available for as long as possible. If the guys are playing good and feeling well, you kind of get a feel for it at halftime maybe. But that game obviously was embarrassing, to say the least, and I think that we've come a long way since then in our mentality with these games and how we're going to approach it. So, I don't really remember much, but.
How did that match change the team's approach to these friendlies?
Yeah, well, I think you just have to take it more seriously. At the end of the day, it is a friendly game. We're in mid-season. You don't want to get guys hurt, but at the same time, now we're playing. We're playing in a rhythm now, and it's good to keep that rhythm going. Saturday, Monday, and anytime you take too much time off, you kind of get nipped in the butt a little bit. And I think the last time this year that we've had time off, I think it was good to get that Open Cup game in, to get the legs wet before we started the second half of the MLS season. And now is another chance to, I think guys will be pushing for minutes, but it's also, to showcase what's going on in Seattle. And I think, we'll be on turf. Maybe that's a bit of an advantage for us, to be honest. And whether or not it's raining or not, it doesn't really matter. But so I think it opened our eyes, and maybe we need to field best 11 players for a little bit longer than 45 minutes.
It's kind of this weird balancing act of, if you win this game, then people will be like, oh, well, they're not in mid-season form and you are. If you lose this game, maybe people are like, well, how does an MLS team keep losing these games? How do you kind of strike that balance between, or do you even care?
No, I don't really care. I mean, like you said, either way, people are gonna, say what they have to say. And at the end of the day, it's about us, and it's about the fans who come to the game and support us week in, week out. It's unfair to compare a team, to keep comparing ourselves, to other leagues and trying to find where we fit. Are we number 15 in the EPL? Are we number 8? Whatever it is, it's let's just do what we do here and do it well. We're playing for an MLS Cup, and at the end of the day, this is our league, and we should be focused on what's going on here. And regardless if we win tomorrow 5-0 or we lose 5-0, that's not a telling tale of what we've done this season so far. So, the mindset is definitely a little bit different. When you're focused on a rivalry game against Portland, it's going to be way different than when you're playing a friendly against Tottenham. That's the reality. But, obviously you want to still have a good showing, and I think that we've got enough character here to put in a good game on Saturday.
And even for all that, for wanting to play well and all that, is there still, for even a veteran player, just an element of fun to looking across the field and seeing an EPL crest?
Yeah, absolutely. I think playing against Chelsea was a good one. I thought that our team in the first 45 minutes played phenomenal against Chelsea. I thought we were passing the ball, creating chances, scored a couple goals, and once guys start to have fun and start to loosen up a little bit, I think you see better soccer versus we need to beat this team today. So you're right. It's a balancing act of having fun, but also taking the game serious, because you don't want people to watch on TV and have you wiped across the board. It's obviously that's not fun. To lose games. Nobody wants to lose games, whether you're playing in training or you're playing Tottenham. It doesn't matter. But yeah, it's a good balancing act of having fun, but also getting some work out of it, because we face, in my mind, probably the second best team aside from us in the league right now in LA, and I think that they're playing phenomenal right now, and they're going to be looking to make up games, so will be our focus after this game.
You touched on it a little bit already, but because you guys are in such a good rhythm right now, does this match hurt you guys in a sense that it breaks up that rhythm, or is it helpful that guys can get minutes but you can still sub out whomever?
That question was asked before we went on our last break, because we had a good run of form, and we said no. It's good to get rest, and then we eased into it a little bit with the Open Cup games, and then we found ourselves on the side of victory, two wins and that loss against Vancouver. We're missing some guys, so I don't think it matters right now. I mean, it's only 1 week. We're still going to have a game, so you keep that game mentality going, the waking up, the whole process, and it's mental at this point. And I think you saw it last year. We're doing so good, and then we took a nosedive. So now it's about keeping that rhythm, keeping consistent, learning from what we did in the past or what we didn't do, what we could do better. So yeah, I don't think it's a big deal.
Thank you.
Thanks.